Express Trains. Written by Brighton Terrier. James was now pulling the express in Gordon's place. He would blow his whistle as he sped past the other engines and boast endlessly at the sheds. One day, he came into the yard as Gordon was being cleaned. "Best be on standby today, Gordon," he whistled. Gordon was confused.
"What for?"
"Always good to be ready when starting a career as a relief engine," James laughed. Gordon rolled his eyes, but James continued. "Don't worry about me, though. I'm on the express, and you won't be seeing me again until you hear the passengers singing my praises." And he puffed snootily off to the shed.
"That'll be the day," the blue engine muttered under his breath.
Gordon soon left to take another goods train to the middle station. He charged at the hill to get a good run-up, but he was out of breath as he pulled into the sidings.
"I'll be fine, I just need to catch my breath,"
he said to his driver. His fireman stayed in the cab to build up the fire while the driver went to talk with the signalman. Gordon had soon gained enough steam to set off again as his driver returned. They suddenly heard a whistle in the distance. "Can you hear that?" said the fireman.
"Sounds very hoarse," the driver observed. "It's James!" Gordon exclaimed.
And it was. He came in panting and wheezing into the station with the express in tow. Black, dirty smoke plumed from his funnel. His paint was filthy and his chuffs were laboured. With a final effort, James stopped at the platform, unable to move another yard. "That's that then," his driver said, mopping his brow. Gordon watched from the sidings as James was uncoupled. Then the signalman came up to him. "We need you to take James off the train while another engine takes over." Gordon smirked and agreed.
"I thought you promised me I wouldn't be seeing you again," he said innocently.
"Shut up!" came the exasperated reply. Gordon continued.
"Oh, but can you hear it, James? It's the sound of the passengers singing your praises. Or it might be them coughing at the smoke."
Gordon chuckled as he moved James into a siding, then went back to his goods train and watched the platform. Passengers were swarming at the station master, asking all sorts of questions that he couldn't answer. "Look here, when are we getting underway? Where is the new engine?
Is it going to be a long wait?"
It was all very chaotic. Gordon knew what the Fat Controller would say, but he took a deep breath and cut through the crowd with a long, shrill whistle.
"May I help?"
This seemed to pacify the passengers instantly, and the station master escaped the yard to speak with Gordon. "Won't the Fat Controller be angry with you on passenger trains?"
"He'll be far more angry if the passengers are kept waiting," Gordon said.
The station master knew he was right and quickly went to arrange it all with the signalman. When everything was ready, Gordon backed down onto the coaches and the guard herded the passengers back to their seats. With a long whistle, the driver carefully eased open the regulator and Gordon rolled out of the station. Before long, the train was at full speed. Stations and countryside flashed by. The passengers were singing his praises, and in no time, Gordon arrived at the other end of the line. The passengers disembarked and thanked Gordon and his crew. When the crowd had disappeared, the big blue engine saw the Fat Controller waiting on the platform.
"I see you're taking passengers again, Gordon, despite my orders," he started.
Gordon quickly tried to compose himself, but the Fat Controller held up his hand for silence.
I was told all about James by the signalman, and I'm proud of you for helping all the passengers.
Gordon smiled, and the Fat Controller continued.
Would you like to have the express back?
Gordon's smile widened.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
The Fat Controller spoke again.
But before you take the express, I would like you to go and collect a new, clean shipment of coal. Of course, sir.
Gordon whistled happily and puffed away. A better and wiser engine. He doesn't mind Henry having his own express now. He knows that so long as he's a really useful engine, the Fat Controller will never, ever replace him.